It's your boy Zente, and we here, y'all. Let's hop right into this video.
All of these niggas is capping, they fraud, and they don't do this shit every day. Put in the work for a day, how the hell you think it's gonna take off like a plane? All of my blood, my sweat, and my tears, this music is made through the pain. You gon' win if you gon' lose if
Guys, if you're new to the channel and you watching, be sure to hit that subscribe button. Don't be one of them people that's watching all my videos and you not subscribed, because it's a lot of y'all. So be sure to hit that subscribe button, road to 1K subs, turn on post notifications so you never miss any videos, smash that like button. Please comment down below what other videos you want me to react to. Trying to get more content out there, and I'll do whatever y'all want me to react to. I just need y'all to send it to me. But let's hop right into this video. So the video we got for you today is 13 insane world records you'll never ever see again. So this looks interesting. Let's hop right into this.
There are many different ways to set a record and leave your mark in the Guinness World Records book, but there are only a special few that really push the boundaries of what's humanly possible. These are only the most shocking and the most genuinely breathtaking achievements, the records that may never be broken ever again. Ready to take a look? Let's get it on! Everyone knows that being tall is a big advantage in basketball. It's just a high sport. But how high is too high? In 2018, Australian YouTubers How Ridiculous headed out to Maletsunyane Falls in Lesotho, Africa, to attempt to make a shot from the top of the falls into a hoop all the way at the bottom, 200 meters below. At first, it seemed like the breathtaking view had them a bit distracted, because they spent 5 full days throwing complete air balls. However, finally, on the 4th day, the elements seemed to align in their favor, and they managed to set the world record for highest basketball shot made. Maybe the view was just so good they were missing on purpose.
Nah, that looked crazy. 200
there's
meters.
Always a way to take something extreme to the next level. Bosnian teenager Karim Ahmetspahic proved that in a big way. He holds a strangely impressive Guinness World Record for the most concrete block smashed with his head. You would think one would be enough, but not for him. The then 16-year-old took this really seriously and somehow managed to destroy 111 concrete blocks in just 35 seconds with his skull inexplicably still intact. That's 111 more blocks than any of us could destroy with our heads, so you better bow down to this black belt. As if base jumping wasn't life-threateningly dangerous enough, Yuli Emanuel decided to kick it up a notch, or two. He took his wingsuit up a mountain in Switzerland, which he'd chosen for a reason. It had a cave close by that he was determined to jump through. You'd expect a base jumper to choose a cave a lot wider than this one, though. This is in fact the smallest hole any base jumper has ever flown through, and it's an unnaturally dangerous stunt. But he was determined, and he somehow achieved his impossible goal, base jumping through a gap only 8.5 feet wide. And if that sight doesn't get your heart rate up, I don't know what will. You've probably sat for an unreasonable amount of time trying to solve a Rubik's Cube at least once in your life, so you know it's not easy. Ilayaram Sakar from India decided to give himself a bit of time pressure and see how many he could solve. By that I mean, he took a breath, submerged himself in water, and tried to break the Guinness World Record for most Rubik's Cubes solved underwater, all without coming up for air. He was down there on his single breath of air for a pretty impressive 2 minutes and 17 seconds. But it's one thing to just hold your breath. It's another to solve such difficult puzzles at the same time. And yes, I said puzzles.
That's
plural.
crazy.
He managed to completely solve 6, stealing the record in the process.
Bro, first of all, you gotta hold your breath.
Foot on the slopes will tell you, skiing is a perilous sport, even at the most basic level. That makes this incredible world record even more impressive. When a 59-foot high hip was built in Italy for the Suzuki 9 Nights in 2016, plenty of pros took the opportunity to try out the highest hip ever built, but none did more with it than David Wise. He absolutely smashed the world record for highest air world record on a quarter pipe by soaring a glorious 46.5 feet above the surface. That's a full 13 feet higher than the previous record. When you break a record by that much, you know your title is pretty safe. The thing about freediving is that it always looks so peaceful, which is very deceiving to spectators like you and I. It's actually an incredibly difficult sport that puts your body under an enormous amount of pressure the deeper you go. Alexei Molchanov knows all too well about the mental and physical difficulty involved in freediving because he holds the record for it. The Russian took his incredible record-breaking monofin swim below ice in a quarry and made it to a staggering 590 feet, beating the previous record by 16 feet, and he makes it look easy. He He dedicated his record to his mother, who died in a freediving accident a few years ago. So diving is clearly in his blood, and his record definitely won't be beaten with ease. Do you think you could limbo your body beneath a pole only 11 inches off the ground while roller skating?
Hell
if you said
no.
yes, I'm super impressed, because I definitely couldn't. That's not the only reason that Tuluk Kesam is a marvel, though. He achieved the world record for farthest distance limbo skating under bars, which I didn't even think was a thing that could be done. And he was only 8 years old at the time. Even more amazingly, he does it all while doing the splits. For his record, he traveled an amazing 475 feet 7 inches on his skates under an 11.8-inch high bars in the splits position, and somehow it doesn't even look that difficult when he does it. Seeing a martial artist breaking through concrete bricks like it's easy is always exciting, but just because you've seen it before doesn't mean Kevin Taylor won't blow your mind when he does it. He holds 2 world records for the fastest brick breaking.
Are you
He's
doing
broken
that?
The first one he set in 2006. Honestly, you're probably going to have a hard time believing these numbers. For his current world record, he broke 584 bricks in just 57.5 seconds. With skills like that, it won't surprise you to learn that he created the World Speed Brick Breaking Association, where he teaches people how to do what he does. Even with his training, though, I doubt anyone will be breaking his records anytime soon.
Yo.
If there's one thing that's going to get your heart rate up, it's a speed record. Combine that with a gravel mountain slope and you'll have people on the edge of their seats. Max Stockel already had the world speed record for cycling downhill, but he clearly thought he could step it up a notch. He was right. He found a mountain in Chile's Atacama Desert with a 45-degree slope and took his Mondraker bike and helmet he made himself with him to his specially chosen slope. And he chose wisely. He broke his own speed record by clocking just over 104 miles per hour.
On a
Speed
bike?
reached after only 11
Damn.
seconds. Now, that's how you ride a bike. If that wasn't enough to satiate your craving for watching people perform an impressive skill in a harsh environment, then have another. John Farnworth holds a surprising number of world records involving his skills with a football, but his new one is seriously impressive. He took his football out to the Sahara Desert, one of the most unforgiving places on Earth, to attempt the record for crossing the entire Sahara Desert while keeping a football under control the whole way. All of this, of course, taking place over a 7-day period. And it was harder than expected because not only did he have the searing desert heat to contend with, but strong winds too, which isn't helpful when you're trying to juggle a football, but he didn't let it stop him, and he managed to set a probably unbeatable record by covering 2,500 miles. Sometimes the more you look at something, the more impressive it gets. This record is definitely one of those. This insane tandem jump by a snowmobile and motorcycle over 300 feet of water happened in San Diego back in 2011. And while only one of the records still stands unbroken today, they were both a spectacle to see when it happened. So who holds the record? Robbie Madison or Levi Lavallee? It's Lavallee on his snowmobile with the unbelievable 412-foot 6-inch jump across the foggy water gap. With a distance like that, it's no wonder it's still unbroken all this time later. It's really going to take a lot of nerves and some incredible luck to beat it. There are some things the human body just isn't designed to do. For example, we can't fly, we can't breathe underwater, and we can't survive extreme temperatures. Joseph Keberl doesn't care about the latter though. This Austrian man is quite accustomed to hanging out in freezing cold temperatures. As a matter of fact, he held the record for the longest stay in ice until it was broken by himself. He broke his own record by 30 minutes by sitting in a specially designed glass box filled with 4.4 pounds of ice for a seemingly impossible total time of 2 hours, 30 minutes, and 57 seconds. How does he cope with the pain? Just by thinking happy thoughts, apparently. And he plans on breaking the record yet again very soon.
Thinking happy thoughts.
Few attempts to get your name in the Guinness Book of Records are quite as picturesque or as skillful as this one. Cappadocia in Turkey is famous for its hot air balloons, and these 3 pilots decided to make good use of them by attempting to set an incredible paragliding record. Veso Ovcharov, Andrei Prochazka, and Peter Lonsart launched themselves from the balloons and went into a spectacular infinity tumble. To make it even more difficult, they achieved this already very skilled stunt while synchronizing their tumbling with each other. They managed 126 turns in their tumbles, and all without colliding with one another, making this just as incredibly difficult to beat as it is beautiful to watch.
Yo, a lot of them shits don't sound believable. Nigga said he sat in ice for 2 hours. I can't even take a cold shower for like 3 minutes, and he sat in ice for 2 hours. That don't sound believable, but I guess it is. Nah, them records is crazy, and I don't think any of them gonna be broken. I ain't gonna lie to you. But that's the end of the video, though. If you're new to the channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button. Turn on post notifications so you never miss any videos. Smash that like button. Comment down below what other videos you want me to react to. It's your boy Zente. Catch you in the next one.
Shout out 808 Mellow. Whoa.